Okay, we're going to talk about memories and regrets today. My question for you is, would you rather die with memories or regrets? I was on a podcast last night called Switch Your Sitch. So it's all about switching up your situation, going for your dreams, making it a reality, which of course is right up my alley. And so I was on with Katie and we were talking about this exact concept. And so she said she would rather die with memories than regrets. So if you're watching this, I want you to drop a note in the comments and let me know. Would you rather die with memories or regrets? Now, I know you're probably thinking, Karen, of course I want to die with memories. Why would I? Who's going to raise their hand and be like, I'll die with regrets. No problem. That's me. Well, let me take you back to toxic Karen. In the throes of my midlife crisis, I would have said regrets. I'm not even joking you, because I was so toxic. So I would have had some sarcastic comment like, obviously regrets, because I'm an adult and that's what you do when you're an adult. You just work in your soul sucking job and you just take your little dreams and you put them in your pocket and you save them for another day, because there's no dreams here, okay? Because corporate America is where dreams go to die. Those literally verbatim, those would have been the words that came out of my mouth. And you still might be thinking, really? Yeah, right, Karen. You're so bubbly. You're such a happy-go-lucky person. There's no way. I recall very vividly coming home one day from said soul-sucking job, walking in the front door and seeing my son's art project. Everyone in his art class made this book. And of course, you have to buy it. It's some ridiculous price, like $19.95, but you buy it and it's a bunch of kids' artwork that you just save to be supportive for your child. So we bought this book and it's been delivered and it's sitting on the table. And so I am in a mood and I walk in and I start flipping through it. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Oh, you want to be a basketball star? Oh, right. Oh, a dancer? Oh, please. Oh, yeah, you want to grow up and be an actress? Good luck. I'm literally talking to this book and yelling at it sarcastically. And my husband comes in, he's like, what is going on? And I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, I don't find anything in this book that says marketer. No one wants to grow up and be a marketer and make PowerPoints all day to justify their existence to other people and get reamed out in operations reviews on a monthly basis. That's weird. And he was like, okay, so did you have a bad day at the office, babe? Clearly I was not in the best place for me at the time. But I literally in those moments was like, well, I'm dying with regrets. So you know what? Everybody gets to die with regrets, because misery loves company. And it was in that moment also, I think there was this pang of jealousy, right? Because I remember having dreams at one time. I remember packing up my Geo Prism and driving to Miami, Florida to follow my acting dreams. I remember going to dance auditions and following my dance dreams. And I let all of that go and sold out for paychecks and titles. And so that was a hard pill for me to have to swallow in that moment. Fortunately, it's never too late and we can always find our new pathway to freedom, which is one of the things that I obviously help my clients with. And so as I was on this podcast last night and really thinking through, what was that pivotal moment? What was that moment that got me from this toxic situation to now thriving in my dream life? And I liken it to a fire. So when a fire is almost out, but there's one or two embers that are just still kind of glowing very dimly, but if you put a piece of paper on that, you're going to start a fire again. And it was like that inside of me, right? Almost all the fire was squelched. All of my energy, my passion, I was jaded, I was angry all the time. But there was just a little flicker of light still in there, just being kept lit. And there were a few things that happened for me where there was just enough oxygen that kind of got that flame going. And then all of a sudden, there was an explosion inside, right? And it was the moment that I realized I had a choice, that I was no longer had to be in the passenger seat. I was in the driver's seat. And I was like, wait a minute. You mean I can choose if and where I work? I can choose where I live? I can choose my spiritual, like how much of my time I actually dedicate to spiritual, whatever, I don't know how I'm trying to put this, whatever, my spiritual beliefs are. If you have spiritual beliefs, like how much of my time I can carve out for that. You mean I can determine how involved I want to be with my kids or not? Like suddenly I went from living this like passive life where everything was just happening to me to being in the driver's seat and being like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to do that because that doesn't fit my goals and bring me energy. No, I'm not going to work in corporate anymore because that's what I used to do, but I'm going to go write my book and follow my dreams over here now. That moment, having that freedom and knowing that I was in control again was game changing, was a life changer for me, and is what has brought me to this new path, right? Where I now get to help other women experience that moment and figure out what their pathway to freedom is going to be, whatever that looks like for them. So I wanted to come on here and share this video today because if no one has shaken you lately and said, hey, do you want to die with memories or regrets? I want to be that for you. I want to give you that little thorn in your side that makes you look at things a little bit differently so that you can get to living your dream life even faster. And if you enjoyed this video and you want more inspiration, more probing questions, I go live a lot more in my Facebook group, Successful Working Women Rocking Reinvention. So if you're ready to go rock your reinvention and rethink your life, then I encourage you to come over to our Facebook group and join us. It is purposely not on LinkedIn because let's face it, when you're building a side hustle or, changing places or switching up your sitch, as Katie would say from the podcast, you want to be somewhere that's safe, a private container where you can ask questions and get the support you need, not around your coworkers and your peers. So I hope to see you in there, Successful Working Women Rocking Reinvention, and I hope that you've gotten a lot of value out of this video so that you can rethink your position in life. Have a great day.